Since 2014, I showed with over 100 exceptional directors on set, and I began taking note of every tip, every idea, and every lesson. Today, I'm going to share my top 10 secrets that I learned from over a decade of working with over 100 exceptional directors. Better than you. Work with people who are better than you, because they will elevate your projects, push your limits, and they will teach you. And you will only grow and get a better portfolio by challenging yourselves and working with people who are better than you. If you're a director, get the best writer. If you're a DOP, get the best gaffer or best set designer. And don't be shy. Just ask people, and you never know who will join. You always get categorized. If you do car, you're the car dude. If you do beauty, you're the beauty dude. People love categorizing, and this is especially true in the commercial industry. So best case, try to find the one thing that you're passionate about, like car commercials or dramas, and go all in. Because the more specific your niche, the faster you can get to your goal and make a name for yourself. Plus, the more you can stand out in your niche, and in the long run, the more people will book you. Oftentimes, when filmmakers like myself try to film like Christopher Nolan, or they want to write like Tarantino, but the best directors have their own unique voices and they create from their own experiences. And it only makes sense, because you grow up with certain movies that you love, you have hobbies that are special to you, and you have such a rich backstory and unique memories. You know all these things better than anyone else. So why shouldn't you write about them, right? Instead, why should you write about something that you don't know just because you admire some other director's work, right? So the more you can embrace your weirdness and yourself and your art, and you can pour it all into your own project, the more unique it can be. And no one else can beat you at that, because it's your own unique voice, and people want realness. They need realness. Small crew, big vision. This came from a very dear friend of mine, and he said that it's always better to have a small crew and a big vision than having a small vision and a big crew. Especially when you're young, you have to work radically and have radical ideas to really stand out and make it. But I often see that as the budget increases and the crew size grows, the less actual shooting time you have on set. Because huge crews need more organization and it takes time. So if you're on the next set, ask yourself, is your vision big enough? And if not, can you make it? There are three types of directors. There's the technical type, there's the field type, and then there's the in-between. The technical type excels through great pre-production and preparation, and they don't have to wait for the video to be filmed because they already created it in Blender. The field type doesn't like over-preparation and sees every opportunity on set to be spontaneous, open-minded, and fight the good image on set. They excel through creativity and energy, but sometimes they miss the bigger picture because conceptualizing is not their thing. The in-between type is right in the middle. It's the sweet spot, it's the balance. Everyone's different, everyone has their own way of operation. You, me, Christopher Nolan, Tarantino. But there's neither right nor wrong. So just find out what works best for you and embrace it. And if you know you're a field type and you're lacking some technical skills, then learn what's necessary to make a great project, but embrace that you're a field guy, because only then you can stand out as a director and make a name for yourself. Number 6, compliments. Some of the most successful DOPs and directors are so charismatic. They know their way around talking to people and they know how to market themselves. So here's a tip from one of the most charismatic directors that I know. Whenever she finishes a project, she gives an honest compliment to every single crew member. Every single crew member. And I don't mean a fake one, but a truthful compliment to show that she values their work, their time, and their personality. People remember that, and you do that for 10 years, and after a decade, you'll have a lot of people who remember that, and they want to work with you. So don't be shy with compliments. Give compliments. When I was younger, a great director friend of mine told me that it took him 10 years to make it in this industry. Back then, I was like, oh, that's way too long. I'm not going to need that much time to make it, right? Fast forward a decade, and I totally understand what he meant. Filmmaking takes a lot of work and unpaid projects. It's in the investment, it's networking, it's constant learning, and there's no easy fix for that. There's no workaround. So even if you look at the most popular directors and DOPs around you, none of them were just lucky. They worked their asses off to get to where they are. So be patient, be committed, and again, be patient. This one's one of my favorites. great director duo of mine once told me that in filmmaking there's a queue. You have to queue up and wait, but if you only wait long enough, eventually your turn will come. But most people quit before they even get there. So just as a reminder for yourself, be patient, have stamina, and don't give up. Your turn will come. Just wait a little longer.
Fight him.
I was on this project and this camera assistant came up to me and he was like, "You know why I love this director? He's always fighting up but never fighting down." And what he meant was that the director was arguing with producers for the project and for the crew, but he would never yell at the PA or shout at any other crew member. That makes the crew feel safe around you and they can trust you. Caring for others, that makes a great leader. The moment I became a good director was the moment I started participating at acting courses. In the beginning, I was super frightened and I was so shy, but I could learn from the best teachers in the world, acting coaches, how they work and how they direct actors, and see what's the most efficient way to communicate with an actor. I will make a whole video about this, but for this video, I'm gonna break down 2 simple rules that can get you 80% of the result. 1. You have to make an actor feel safe and create a safe environment and set where they can act completely freely. This could be as simple as asking them how they prefer to work and how you can help them the best as a director. Because only when they feel safe, they can fully act and immerse themselves. And also, if they feel comfortable around you and safe around you, they will trust you more to listen to your feedback and listen to you in general. Number 2. Sometimes it appears that actors wait their turns to say the lines and it doesn't feel organic. So the best thing that you can do for an actor is reminding themselves to simply listen and answer. The moment actors start listening to each other, it keeps their attention away from themselves, making them less nervous. So sometimes reminding them is all you need to do to help them and get a great performance. This tip is so simple, but it can make such a huge difference. So try it out on your next set. There's still so many more tips that I want to share with you today, but as I'm learning and as I'm growing, I will continue to keep sharing my learnings with you guys. And if there's anything to add, then please comment below and let others know and myself know as well. But there's one last bonus tip that I want to share with you. It's from a very dear director friend of mine who I've been working with on 2 series so far. Back then, I was still working as a young and shy camera assistant, and we had this rep party. So I took all my courage and I went up to this director and I asked her the question that I always ask people that I admire. If you, right now, could give your younger self one tip, what would it be? And she was thinking about it and she told me everything would come as it should be. She shouldn't have stressed herself that much. And it hit me because back then I was so stressed to make it, so ambitious, so over-focused, but it reminded me that everything happens for a reason. So if you're feeling overworked, if you're stressed, if you feel like you didn't make it yet, allow yourself to take a step back and also enjoy your life. Because our dream is not only our one goal, but our dream is happening right now. And it's a process, so you have to enjoy it. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's my very first YouTube video, and if you're also in the film industry and if you're going on a similar journey as me, then follow me here, add me on IG, let's connect. I would love to get to know more like-minded people like yourself, and hopefully one day we will meet each other on set. But for now, as always, let's get back to work.